All right. Hey, today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. Welcome. All right, so what do we need? Need our hourly chart. Need to make the hour a day. Get our volume. Change the date. Currently trading between pivot point and R1, so keep that. Just out of curiosity, look at that right there. That trend line that we drew on the charts yesterday is still playing. All right, so we need from 430. Copy rows. Control V. Yesterday we were at 3.15. They were at 2.74, definitely decreasing, getting back into normal ranges. $2,580, 2,659, 2,553, 2,586. Open 2,580, 2,659, 2,553 low, 2,586 prior day close. So we got about 106 tick range right now from high to low. 2,580, 2,580. All right, so we're done with this. Look at that in a few minutes. Let's find our highest volume bars for the session so far. That's what we got. Got a blue right there, red, another blue. All right, so we got one blue, one red, two blues, four blues, one red. All right, so this is highest volume bar right here, 802. $538. We're not going to use that one. We'll use these two over here. 494. 491. 627. 7 o'clock. Only red we have is here. 600. 303. Is there any other reds to worry with? Kind of got that one there. And that one there. That one there. Okay, we'll use, looks like, let's see what these are. 291, 248, 234, 291, 248. We'll use those two. Just we put 3 on. See how the net effect is. 648 looks like right now. So definitely favoring the long. We take all of those two off right there. 202. Put us in a tiebreaker. So let me think about that for a while. $627, $628. Save the spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and print this off. I'm going to pause while I print. Alright, so 1/2 hour is 14. 3P target right now is 100. Let's just double check, make sure things are working right. Yep. Alright, so looking top down, here's our daily, holding between the two Gann fan lines. A little bit of a up movement, but definitely in a congestion area right here. Shifting down to the hourly. Perhaps the demand zone up here above R1. You can see that from a few days ago. May 7th. Sold off. Filled this gap too, by the way. Alright. See our 200 bar way down here. I don't see the 50 bar. Where the hell is the 50 bar at? Is that it coming across? I think that might be it. Yeah, there it is, right there. Don't like that color though. Let's change that color. Alright. Let's move this off the screen. See if there's any difference if we go this one to hourly. That's what the daily looks like right here on this one. Williams percent R coming off the bottom finally. Completely different look here on the hourly. Holding this trend line a little bit for a while. Buy above, sell below. 15-minute. Minute is showing, whoops. Can it do that? Don't know. Today's inventory day. I'm looking down, going to the 10-minute chart. That's what we see there. These are 200 bar down here and our 50 bar right there. Going towards pivot. Looks like the market's trying to retest up here. This is the high of the day right there, most likely going to be run right at the open. And we'll see if there's an opportunity to short coming off that high run. We'll see. Seems to be the play right now, depending on how strong the up move is. Alright, so once again, today's inventory. Coming out at 9:30, expecting 4.1. You got the 30-year bond auction as well. That ties into strategy I used to use in the bonds called SSM. So I'm putting back available. Alright. Of course, we have to adjust. Interesting. See how that plays out. See here, we're going up against the high here. Expecting a run to the high. And we're about, 10, 11 minutes out from 8. Alright, so let's pause here and wait for the 8 o'clock mark. I'll be back about a minute prior to 8. Alright, so we're just a little before 8 right here. Take an opening short around 27. I really think we're going to run the high though. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at right now. Got this down here. I think there's still another up move. Of course, I don't know. We'll see. didn't like it at 27 there. Let's measure it anyway though. Just don't have the volume yet to justify being in yet. Although we do have downward movement. Just, we're so close to this up here. All right, I want to pause here until we figure out how we're doing yet. I want to wait for volume. I'm going to put myself in what's called a tiebreaker. All right, so definitely below 250 right now. Definitely below 499 with the tiebreaker volume. So we have 802 on the long side, or the blue side, 600 on the short. The combination of these two make it a positive 202 to short side. But I'm going to put myself in a tiebreaker and wait. Today's inventory day too, so sometimes it's best to be, I don't know. I mean, I'm confused at this point. Confusion, right? When confused mind. I just don't see. Maybe if I was up here against this, I would have liked it coming down to test down here. I mean, honestly, we have as much chance to break here as we do to go up here. And it's also inventory day. Sometimes it's best just to. So anyway, so we're going to put ourselves into a tiebreaker. TIEB tiebreaker until we see volume to break the tie. Pausing until I see it. And it might not happen until the inventory number comes out. Be back. All right, so obviously a good idea to stay away from this. Move ourselves into a tiebreaker. Got to recognize when a tiebreaker is out there. What was the decision behind why I went to a tiebreaker? I normally only look at bars that are over 500. So we had this 500 bar over 500, and we had this 500 bar. So those two together, 802 and 600, put me into this right here. It's tiebreaker volume. So what I want to see is a volume bar greater than 500. See, it says 499 RB BB, so red and blue bar. I want a volume bar greater than 500, and right now we're only at 202. So I need this to be greater than 500 right now, and we're not there. So some days it's best just to wait around. And there's also another reason why to wait, and that's because the inventory report is coming out at 9:30 CST, which is about an hour from now. And there could be a movement off of the CST movement. Now there could be a trade set up as we go and pop off this high if it wants to get up there, right? So this is the testing, but it's, look how many times it's went up here to test it. Here, 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 and now we're coming up to it again. There's a lot of interest to see what's above here. Find out what kind of blue bar, what kind of volume, excuse me, is up here. Can they get there before the inventory? Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm a trader, not a forecaster. Well, I forecast stuff, only in the relation of what my profit target in the trade is. What is the possibility or the probability of a market going to where I want it to go? All right. Let's pause this and fix this chart here. Down it goes, just like that. That's the way it is right now. We'll talk to you a little bit. All right, so this ends up being 493. We have a 494 here and a 493. So we're going to still stay in the tiebreaker. We're going to add back this 494. Actually, we're not going to add anything. 494 with this 493 still keeps us in the tiebreaker, even if we add it back in. Pausing. All right, so we've been up and down all around, and we're 2 minutes outside the inventory number coming out. As a reminder, we need 1 minute to pass, but you don't need 1 minute in step 1. Step 2, and also in pro-funded whatnot, you need 1 minute to pass before you can get involved in the trade. It's always tempting to get involved in it prior. Just bracket here and bracket there, but it could run both at the same time. Next thing you're down, in this case would be 14 times 2, be down 28 ticks. Trust me, I've done it. All right, so we have the blue bar to start with. All right, so a lot of times keep myself from trading before that minute is. I want to see what the number is. Negative number. That's interesting. High was 26.59. That went to 26.50. 26.49 right now. Looks like we're going to go for the 26.59 high right now. $23 is the entry point right now. All right, hold on. Now it's no entry. Okay, new high there by 1 tick. Let's go with a 49 entry point right now. Remove. $2,669. We've been up 10 ticks right now. Looks like we're going to go after that. 57 for short. Whoops. All right, hold on. Just wait for 1, 2, 3 to set up now. We tried once. $230 at 60. Went through that real quick. 26.94. So we got above here. Let's be patient and wait for 1, 2, 3 setup. So 1 minute passed and it was here. All right, so high is 2696. Hasn't crossed over yet. Barely crosses over there. 72. Just in case it wants to bounce here. Let's lock in 3. Looking for a 3P move from 2672. And just lock in one. All right, from the high, 2696. 3P move down from there is 2595. So for now, let's move to that. 2595, we'll call it 95, that'll be fine. Be a 3P down move. Get us closer to moving on. It's the bottom of the range today. Puts us to pivot. I believe we can hit the bottom of this range down here at 34. Remember, 51 would get us a nice little win there. If we can get down to at least 38, 34, be able to cover around 53, 52. I don't know why that just keeps disappearing every time. Let me try this. Okay, because I'm putting it into this column. Right around there. That's where I want to be. I want to be 10 ticks off of the settlement line now. All right, in case it does want to run, we want to let's come off a little off a pivot here. We'll go to 2599. Okay, I do not want to see settlement now. Let's move down. When we break through here, we'll actually protect settlement. This is the rabbit side of the trade that we're in. Trying to take as much profit as we can. Opens up a new order because it got rid of that one box. All right, so be break even on anything left over right now. Didn't go down far enough yet. Maybe protecting 5. Let's figure out where we want our turtle to be. So this is lowest low. This is the 10 bar here. We'll put it at 51. Right. The rabbit side, I'm trying to take as much as I can, giving support and natural support and resistance. A lot of times I second guess myself, but I don't do it anymore. I don't second guess my rabbit. I'm just trying to grab as much profit as I can on the move. Using natural support resistance. I was using this line here. I was looking at this, and I was looking at settlement too. So getting out at 37 and 43, by the way, would have knocked out too because it went to 44. So we got ourselves an extra 5 ticks by coming through here, and we were down. I forget how much we were down. We're down like 11, 12 or something, 14. So we're able to catch some there. The only way I could have stayed in this trade, in my humble opinion, is with the turtle side of the trade. That kind of is a no-brainer. You make new lows, you go back, find that 200 bar, and you try to stay 10 ticks above it or so. Eventually, you're going to get knocked off. What we want to see on the 200 bar, though, obviously, is for it. Here it is right there. Is for it to start turning over and coming down like that. That would mean that the market's coming this way. So I was actually having my target down here. I think that we could run pivot, but is it going to stop right here? I don't know. We also noticed that come in, and we had all these blues. So I knew I wanted to be short. This is the CLPIT, by the way, that I just traded. I call it CLPIT Strategy. It's my inventory strategy. So I knew I wanted to be short coming into this trade. And I saw this right here. I didn't talk about it, but I saw it. So that's when I started really getting close to tightening my stop. And I had these lines on. If you go back and look a couple trading days, you'll notice that was the 1,000 volume bars that came the other day. And we kept those on the chart, expecting that there'd be some support and resistance around those lines. Doesn't mean that we're not going to go down, doesn't mean we're not going to go up. I just know that how I like to trade my rabbit side of the trade. I want to take as much as I can. A lot of times I left a lot of profit on the table in the past by allowing this market to come up here. Instead of getting all of it, I'd only get a little bit of it. Now, occasionally you're going to hit that home run. By the way, once again, reemphasize you could, on 2 contracts, you could take them both out at the rabbit and not have a turtle. But this is the first time that you would have a turtle if you're up in wins, right? So your wins are up, then you start moving over to that turtle side. If you're trading, so I'll be 2. 1, obviously, there is no such thing as a turtle. 3, you have 2 and 1. That means you're winning because you've been able to scale up, right? You scaled up to 3. Now, it doesn't really work so great. You don't really want, you can't trade 3 in the 30K button. So I'm talking about your own account that you have funded somewhere, like at TradeStation or wherever you've got your funded account. So then you've got your scaling plan going on, right? You have your 2 that'll be off at Rabbit and the 1 with Turtle. 4, likewise, look at that, sucker's going down now. So the way I look at it right now is I pretend I'm in my Turtle, especially in the combine in step 1 and step 2, and because I know where I'm going to go with my money. I'm going to put it into my own account and trade it. So 4, very simple. You're taking 3 and 1. 3 at the Rabbit, 1 at Turtle, and 5. If you can scale to 5, I would highly recommend that you take 4 to start with and 1 off at the Turtle to start. Maximize profit. Then when you build up, enough to cover, say, a whole day's loss, maybe that's $1,000. Maybe your loss is $1,000 that you want to win. So you've covered an extra 1,000 here. Then you move to 3 and 2. So on 5 you move 3 and 2. So 3 at the Rabbit, 2 at the. So have a scaling plan is what I'm getting at. It's been said once again. There it is. Damn it. See, this is what used to stress me out in the past, is I'd missed this move here. I was like, damn it, if I just stayed in, I would have caught this whole damn move. Well, the problem with that logic is a lot of times it'll come back and knock you out at whatever you would put up there. Maybe it even goes up to entry point and then does and shows something. So basically the only way that I know how to grab this kind of stuff is taking that Turtle on. Now, by the way, where are you? Well, you'd be roughly here right now at minimum. We're at pivot, right? So this is where I would really crank down my stop here. Maybe even be on the gold line now, 50 bar MA. Because I'd be looking for a bounce off a pivot, especially, so now I see this 5, right? Here's a signal. I call this the 5. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it comes in a very short period of time. That could work as one volume bar that's high. That could be a turning point. This is when I would be tightening up my stop, most likely coming all the way down to here. So I'll be looking at lowest low, coming over here, and I'll be right about there. Maybe a little higher, but somewhere in this area is where I'd put my stop. So let's move it down. Let's just assume that we're going to stay a little above this break point right about here. Because the 200 bar is not going to help us right now because it's way too far. It just barely started to roll over. So this is kind of like the science, the art of trading at this point. How much profit are you willing to give up from here for the opportunity for it to roll over from here? It's not what I want. All right, so let's go. How much do you want on that side? So what you're looking for is the market to stop around here, or around there. Somewhere inside this box, you're looking for the market to stop before this break point here. And you want to see it come back down. Using natural support and resistance that you see on the charts. In this case, what's that, right? What is this level right here? So we can actually physically look at it and say, all right, this is, right now it's holding, so I would recommend we put a line on there for the week. Right now we know that there's some interest to hold the market below this line, and we just put our stop maybe one tick, whoops, we'll come back to that, but we'll move it one tick over that line. I mean, honestly, you could be out of the trade altogether. It ran right here. Save yourself, how many ticks is that? 10, 11? Save yourself a few ticks and you got out right there at that 50 bar, expecting a bounce at the pivot. Hell, you could have taken out at the pivot. You know that this market's going to rebound a lot of times at pivot, right? So you just jump out of the market here. That's not what I want, but it works. You jump out of the market on this rebound to pivot, and you just maximize your profit. If I would have been able to stay, and let's say that none of this happened here, I would have taken myself out at pivot on my rabbit. That you notice that my exit point was above pivot. I was going to be quite happy with grabbing that above the rabbit. I mean, above the pivot point. If I could have grabbed that, I'd been extremely happy to grab that. So our exit point is going to be somewhere between the pivot point on the turtle. The rabbit's done, but our turtle exit would have been somewhere off the gold line or here. Now I will recommend that we move down if we can survive this little push right here. There's no indication the market's going to not go up today. It could go and make new highs now. This could just be a minor retracement, right? Look at this. Really all we've done is retrace back into here, right? Into what could be considered a demand area. So all we've done is retrace back to a demand area. Maybe we could have got down to here, but that might be as far as this market decides to run. By the way, I'm sitting at 31,242. About 1,200. I need another 800 roughly to move to step 2. Just slowly build the account. Every so often we'll grab a home run. And that's just because the market moves 3p in our favor quickly. So we come off of this. This is where I would say that you want to be about 3 ticks off of this now, 3 to 5. So you're around 24 would be kind of where I'd say that you're exiting now. Hate when that does that. All right, we're going to pause until we run. Let's look at where the market might rebound, right? So we know it could rebound down here. So this trend line's been holding lately, support. You found a demand down here. So this is possibly where the market's going to bounce to. All right, pausing. All right, so here, double bottom, right? Now I'm going to go 10 ticks off a pivot. So that'll be 2606. I don't normally like to be on even numbers, so if 5 is too close, we'll go 7.
Whatever you wanted to say, you see, as I type it, it changes. Description, I would definitely say take 5 minutes, fill this in, because when your funnel is being indexed by Google and the search engines, it's going to go through the title, the description, the keywords. So
what am I looking for? Looking for that trend line, right?
So it's like, I would probably, if you want something quickly easy, just take your look in your story. And you can see it's showing your previous.
We've tested the pivot right here.
Keywords, so whatever it is, so your niche, your industry,
Now I want right on top of this. This is where I want to be.
Your name or your company name. Social image. This is when it's somebody shares.
Maybe 1 tick over pivot, but right around here.
In an image, you can set that right here. Then click there, and you get to decide what's this image going to be. For a kind of tip, you can do gigs. If moving images are your thing, you can also do that here. Okay, so just if I wanted to do that, or I can just do a image. Okay, so make the time, definitely complete that SEO message.
So I'm looking at this too, right? So I'm watching this on a 10-minute chart.
Where it says your
I'm watching volume.
It's literally just showing you like your URL, your domain name would be in that place. Okay, so that's
We could just go gold line right now. Let's go gold line. But finally, I don't want to give all that up right here.
When you do this, you're going to go back to the replay. You're going to, when it comes to changing the font, you're going to watch that bit, you're going to stop, and you're going to do it. When it comes to getting into moving images, you'll find that bit and do it. Okay? It's just because I want to give you so much value so that then you can go back and rewatch it. Okay. Is everything clear or anything you'd like me to kind of go?
So now we got a line here, right? We have a line in the sand. Want to be 5 off of that, 97. So I want to be at roughly maybe 3 off of it at 01, 4 to 5. So 3 off of 97. Yeah, 99 is good, because if it goes 99, it's going 2600 and on. So we're tightening up our stop.
And it says I could start your journey, and it says start your journey. I could say get your checklist. Okay, and now it says get your checklist. So that's the title. The description is only going to be on LinkedIn, shared with your something takes right my URL and shared. I make it on Facebook with the link to my funnel that brings in the description and the image. Okay, when people type in a search in Google, and Google brings in the search results, the description is shown. So the only one we can see immediately is just here. Everything else is going to share externally.
If you want your chart to go back the way it was, just hit the A. That's a lot of profit to be giving up right here. So you take a lot of profit down here and take it off. Now if it comes up here, maybe you add this is a whole new position to short from here. depending upon what the market does. Now you have another trading decision. You have an opportunity. Maybe it stalls right here on the 200 bar line, then you short again, and then you grab this, and now you add this profit too to add to your account. All right, so it did run us out. And we exited as, we used to pivot. You got to use natural support, natural resistance, key points on your charts to help you stay in a trade. This one took too long for it to turn over. That's why I went gold line. Now I could hold this pattern, right? Or we could just see, you might see, what could we see? Well, it's extremely frustrating to see what's going on with the charts. My mouse is wired. Probably because my computer is old. It might be time to use the other computer. I had it cleaned up, but maybe it needs to have a... All right. Pause. This trade's done. All right, if by chance I was not, and I would have kept myself on the blue line, lowest low coming up here is way too far away. I would have moved down as we've come through here. Now we do have a Gann signal forming, so we have a possible re-entry here. So you've got the ability to retrade this coming down again. I would have failure at the 200 bar line sometimes works. What's our target? I'm going after this trend line down here. All right, now I'm moving down. Give up a little bit of profit. See if we can hold on to this trade. I'm going to be very risk averse here. I want to see it move quickly in my favor. I was in one more apparently. I just flattened that out. So I wanted to see it break quickly and it didn't. Know what you're doing. Keep track of your contracts. I'm like, hey, I'm not out. Flatten. I'm looking forward to moving on. I might take this computer and get it fixed. Put Windows 10 on and see if that makes it any different. See, I was extremely risk averse there. I was looking at this. What I was looking at is a GAN signal coming across, and I was trying to catch the movement to come down all the way down here. It'd make more sense if I didn't have, if I would have been able to capture this whole profit coming down through here. That would have been an easier one to take, because then I'd end up like plus 50. All right, that's going to do it for me. I'm done. I took a shot. I mean, I saw this 1, 2. Get my screen draw tool out, and I'll just show you what I saw. So I was taking this, and I was looking for this. I was looking for it to break down and get down to around the 2560 area or lower. This is where I was looking for it to run. I was looking for it to run below 2560. So that would have been 40 ticks roughly against a 10 tick stop to start with, or 14 tick stop, which I moved to a 10 real quick. So roughly a 3 to 1. That's what I'd look at a lot of times. I'm trying to grab a 3 to 1 on a profit. I know exactly what I'm going after the whole time, and I'm using the charts to help me make a decision. Very risk averse, giving up a little bit of profit. I've been okay with that, because the opportunity of it failing here at the 200 bar was great, or greater than normal. And we've been playing at the pivot point a while. Still could go. I'm out though. All right, that'll do it for me. Bye for now.